It's time for another Weekly Weird. I set it up. I have the content. It's on the other screen. We can look at it with our eyeballs. So, looking through the folder, I can see I have certain pages, certain subjects that don't fit into that aren't sufficiently strange enough for the Weekly Weird category. So, I'm making I think I'm making a different segment title. Everything has to be categorized because I have diagnosed OCD and other such ailments of the brain. But yeah, yeah, I have stuff that isn't really weird, but it's like databases of stuff I'm into. That could be fun. I'm gonna make a new segment called "Looking At." Looking, and then the at symbol. I think. I love organizing things into lists. As a goat, there is one thing I love to do: make lists. Now, this Weekly Weird, we're going to be looking at a series of art installations. I've barely looked at any of these, mostly just the first one, and then I got the gist of what it's like. And then I proceeded to bookmark it so we could look at it for the future. Looking at it real quick, I don't see the name of the artist. There are 447 of these. This guy's European because all these places are in Europe. Most of them. There's some U.S. and Canada, but yeah. Ooh, I see a phallic one. Hope I don't get dinged for that. There's a lot of them. We might not even be able to look at all of these. Damn near 500 of these. Let's switch over here. Yes. Yes, very good. Here we are. This is realityhacking.com. And this, reality cracking open a cold one. Yeah, it'll probably be fine. My sides are a little cut off on this capture, but it'll be fine. Let's look at the first one. It's just about... Yeah, it's not really cutting anything important off. Alright. So, the idea behind this reality hacking, it's pretty much what you'd think it means. Reality hacking number one, Limmenstrasse, Zurich, Switzerland, the 27th May 1995. I like this. Clear lacquer on wall. Let me know if the the uh the sound levels are good. I'm forever I'm forever paranoid that my sound levels are bad. I need to make note of the percentage I have my stuff at. This is 35% on the music. Clear lacquer on the wall, you could see. This square here. And then at night, or by dusk, you could barely hear it. Well, this song is this song is Big Boo's haunt, so. In fact, what we'll do, the segment will suffer, but give me a second. Let me have some first-hand footage of myself here. First-hand footage of. Testing. Oh yeah, that's good. That'll do. Yeah, it's good now. Yeah, so at night, it's like it didn't even change. This is one of those color illusions. It's like those optical illusions you see that are like, this is the same color. Even though to the eye it looks, the naked eye, it looks like it's a different color. It's just clear lacquer. So I don't think there's any reflective pigment or anything in the paint. It's pretty cool. That's just neat. Let's do tabs. I think that'll be the easiest way to navigate. Buy objects. Also in Zurich. $80 buy objects were installed and abandoned in downtown Zurich over a period of 3 days. The objects, many made on site with found material, were put together with string, tape, or glue. Installed and abandoned. That's gorgy. That'll do. So it's just stuff that he left. This one's just stuff. I guess the difference between stuff and art is the purpose behind it. This one kind of looks like a film reel. Now, I guess, so the whole theme of these is reality hacking, so I suppose the idea here is this is found material, right? So just moving it, taking stuff that's already there, garbage basically, and just moving it slightly in a way that is in a purposeful manner creates something greater than the sum of its parts. This music is pretty sinister for something that's actually kind of wondrous, but we'll deal with it. This is just some wood taped together. I think the fact that these things were abandoned also plays into the idea, because it was just garbage that was abandoned in the first place, and he abandoned it again. This one really rides the line. This one could have just been like forgotten building material that someone was using. Something about this is fascinating, right? It's just junk. But I think that's the beautiful thing about art, is it could be anything. This is fucking awesome, actually. Just putting, just it's almost like scrapbooking in a way. Just like bringing disparate elements together. This kind of thing is just cool to me. I don't know. I feel like if you made your GTA game and you put stuff like this in it, that doesn't, it only appears once, I think you'd be heralded as a genius. I mean, it's kind of neat. It's pretty neat. Number 3. Steel brush on wall. What do you mean? Steel brush? You mean like... Oh, I guess it's these squares that were brushed into the cement. I guess. Oh no, the squares are the natural state of the walls, I think. Yeah, because you could... They're... Yeah, I think so. And then he brushed a negative space into the walls. He or she. Or they. I think. I'm not Swiss. So I don't know what their walls look like. I'm not 100% sure on this one. But huh. If that is the case, it's like almost like a purposefully unfinished cleaning job, right? Interesting. Number 4. I think this one's in the same vein as the abandoned objects. Except it's on a tree stump. Man, Europe is beautiful. It's like a kind of like a sad... It's like you tried to replace a tree, one of the basic elements of nature, but you kind of half-assed the replacement. You did what you could. You had some plastic, and you couldn't really... You couldn't simulate one of the most basic elements of foliage, you know. Interesting. All these were in May and June, July of 95. This one's 96. Okay. Still in Switzerland. From June to August the 12th. The 12 green city benches in the Klingen Park were sent on vacation to one of 12 different tourist regions in Switzerland. At their new locations, each Zurich bench took the place of a local bench. The benches from the 12 regions were transported to Zurich and installed in Klingen Park. Klingen Park is like the European version of Lincoln Park. You're just replacing benches. It took the place of a local bench. These were the 12 chosen ones. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yep. He took them from here. The Klingon Park. They were sent on vacation to tourist spots. 12 green city benches in Klingen Park. Interesting. Oh, and he brought back the local ones into to here, and he sent them up. They're all different colors. I wonder if he asked for permission to do this. Oh, this is fucking nice. This is scenic. This is a cute little spot. Man, Europe is just like that. This music is way too ominous for this. It's such a cute little spot. Europe is so cute. I mean, he did it because he could. Incredible. Damn. It reminds me of Animal Crossing. Maybe he picked the items up into little leaves. Damn. So far, I've kind of been just as enraptured with the Swiss countryside as much as I've been enraptured by the the art installations here. And these are 18 through 5. So he considered each one of the replacements a separate one to his project. Oder, Zurich. For the duration of 5 months, the letter B on each side of the neon sign Ober on top of a former department store was supposed to be replaced by a D. Yeah, I do want to do GeoGuessr at some point. Oder? The letter B on each side of the neon sign? So it was Boberb? Once again, I do not have the proper Swiss the Swiss cultural knowledge. I am simply not Swiss enough. I guess that's self-explanatory. Get Santa'd. Number 21. Think Pink. Oh, Project Denied. Holy shit. This was 1996 and he had the 3D software going. Truly as much an engineer as he is an artist. Very interesting. I wonder how he would have gotten the glass to be pink. What method would he have used? Very cool old school render here. Wheat field with red poppies in front of a Swiss National Bank. Another denied project. This one he painted over a photo. That's just beautiful. Would he have added just the poppies to the wheat field? Or is he planting wheat? I don't know. Project pending? Is he still trying to do this? Give my man access to his project. I'm not sure what it is. It's something. He's installing something there. This is the same park with the 12 benches, I think. Faked meteorites. Central Swiss Alps. Beautiful. Wow. Damn. Yo, it's Donkey Kong Country 3. Series of faked meteorites abandoned in places above 2,000 meters, where usually only alpinists pass by. They go up there and they yell, Ricola. Faked meteorites. I wonder if any geologists went up there and were confused by it. I hate to think of some poor Swiss geologists wasting their time. Number 31. This is in Valle Maggia, Ticino, Switzerland. Steel brush on a rock. Again, with the steel brush. So what's the idea here? Did he brush the gray color off of this one? I would have thunk it would be the other way around, and the brushed ones are the gray ones. I'm not sure. It's like a spot you would have to bomb in Zelda. And this would open up into a cave. It's that one. Number 32. Huh. What is this over? Is that water there? It's gotta be water, right? That's a reflection. How'd he get that there? I think we're missing the scale of this to really you could have gotten multiple pictures of this so I could tell what I'm looking at here. But I think this is like a big rock cliff. I wonder what kind of rock this is. We need Geop to tell us. It's kind of like that yearly hack that one university does. They get a huge item up on the roof of their school. They call it hacking. Is this another victim of the steel brush? These look like fingers down here. Yeah, I'm not sure what it's called. I just remember that one year they put a giant Triforce up on the roof to commemorate Twilight Princess coming out. Versio Ticino. Olive oil on granite pathway. You could have some sort of like slip and slide here. This is how they make railways in Italy. This is kind of dangerous. This man's insane. Why'd he do this? Who the fuck put olive oil on the pathway? This is Unreal Engine 5 in 1996. Oh, there's a second. I mean, I wonder if we're witnessing the evolution of the idea into something that's insane. Number 35, Breath of the Wild. Damn, these views are so scenic. Look at this. This is literally Hyrule. This is some fucking Lord of the Rings shit. Wahaha! You found me. Again, olive oil. Rocks. This is gonna make bugs come. The bugs come and drink upon the rock sap. Damn, these places are beautiful. Lost. No. This was lost. I wonder how it was lost. Huh. A data outage, perhaps? Corrupted files? At what point was it lost? It wasn't lost while he was making it, or else he would have just made this one 37. Wayback Machine. Would I be crazy enough to try that? I'm copying the link into my Chrome web browser and looking. Let's see. Let's do some investigation. This is what I'm here for. This is the kind of stuff I want to do. Thank you for reminding me. Let's see. Let's look at the earliest instance. 2007. Let's see if we get a broken link. Well, I'm sad to report that it was lost at least in 2007, and that's the earliest capture. Perhaps we will never know. Maybe we should email him. Dang. Porto di Genova, Italy. Project denied. They're denying my man his dream. 200 kilograms of wheat flour on top of the coal hills of the port's own power plant. Oh, I see. It's like you're looking at a mountain in Genova Except it's actually a small hill of coal. That's neat. Very interesting. Il Papa sta sempre tra noi. Paper and glue on billboard. Now, I know Spanish, but using Latin roots, I think this is saying the Pope is always behind us. Now, the Papa could be just a father. I'm not sure. Let's take a look. Let me get my translation. Let's see. This is Italiano. Camera. The Pope is always among us. It's a little sus. I guess he's Catholic. I don't know how I feel about this one. I think it's hard to insert your religious beliefs into your art and have it not come off as like hackneyed, you know? Porto di Genova. Is that Port of Genova? I wonder if the Port of Genova is like adjacent to Genova proper. Here's a simple trash. Oh, there's multiple ones all over the port. What is this? Looks like TNT. He took like red vinyl tape. What is this called? Ropery? Huh. I wonder if those rocks are supposed to be there. This one's in the same vein as abandoned objects. Except they kind of look like they're supposed to be like useful objects, you know? Like this garbage is posing as like a tool that's supposed to be here at the port. An inanimate object trying to morph into a different kind of object. Hermst. Over 100 interventions with tape, paper, and glue on empty advertising boards all over Genoa. Wait, is there a difference between Genova and Genoa? Wait, I think Genova's from Final Fantasy VII. I think the actual name is Genoa, and I'm just dumb. Yeah, Genova's from fucking Final Fantasy VII. My bad. I mean, this looks like it's graffiti. Oh, I see. This is like a colored shadow? Is that what that's supposed to be? Empty advertising boards. 4. Okay. No. This ain't East Europe. This is near Italy. It's the Alps, so it's Italy, France, Switzerland. Hmm. For a second, I thought this was like a whole tree, but this is a stump. It's like something out of a video game where you have a sword and you have to chop these. I wonder if in Europe they do the same thing to mark trees that they do here in the US, where they get a little thing like this to mark that the tree is supposed to be cut down at some point. And I wonder if that's what he was going for here. Like like he's giving this ridiculous task like, all right, you have to keep cutting the tree. Go ahead. Keep going. This looks like a band-aid. Look at the car. That's pretty cool. Who dat? This is like... I can't fully explain this. Like, the square has disappeared in between. It's like... It's like a two-dimensional object in 3D space. Again, just purposefully placing things in a way that kind of fucks with your head. I feel like as a kid and even now, like I tend to like look at things out in the world, right? And ponder why they're kind of like that in the first place. Like, for instance, certain buildings have like a little sign with like a code on it. It'll be like a triangular little sign, and it'll have like a number code, and it's like, what the hell is that? Why is that there? And I think most things have a reason for being there. Like, that sign tells a firefighter what kind of roof the what kind of material the roof is made out of in that building to help them fight the fire. But these things seemingly do not have a purpose. You know, if I wondered the same thing of these things without knowing that it's an art project, there wouldn't be an answer. The answer is simply the whims of the artist, but we have no idea about that. Which flag is this? Norway? I'm sorry, I don't know. But yeah, this is cool. You filled the whole thing with yellow tape. Makes you wonder why things are the way they are, you know. Tutti. Super Basco. Lo sanno tutti. Look at that guy. He doesn't know it's Christmas. Super Basco Brothers. An arrow. Even a pictorial, a sign like this, it's like an arrow. It's supposed to have meaning. It's supposed to be telling you to go somewhere, to do something. This one's almost like a simple jape. Like a trick. A practical joke. I mean, it's doing what art is supposed to do. Make you think and ponder. It's 56 through 68. For 1 month, I sneaked into the restricted harbor areas of Genoa Port, disguised as a harbor worker. I wonder if that's true. I mean, I kind of believe it. This was the 90s. With found materials, I constructed hundreds of instant sculptures and left them to their fate. This one kind of looks like a chair, a bench. Man, they had a lot of just material laying around. This guy was kind of a powerhouse of artistry. This is just the slapdash creation of it. He was truly a force. Damn, this is cool. For a second, I thought these bottles were like trash cans in the background, and he happened to line this up perfectly to get this shot. But I think they're like little oil canisters or something that he stuck there. These kind of look like matches. Monte Rosso al Mare. This one's kind of video gamey. Oh, he added the rocks too. Definitely. Something out of Zelda. Damn, that's pretty cool. Definitely a Korok puzzle. Scolio. What's this? What is going on with the perspective here? I think this was he put this rock formation, this rock circle here, and then he's up on a ledge. If these people are giving me the correct scale. The rocks look kind of rusted, if those even are rocks. And this is snow, I think. Right? Or is no, that's water. Oh yeah, it's water, and then yeah, that's reflection, yeah. Okay. Again, very Korok-y. Also, reminds me of like a fairy circle. Could be a portal. Might have to look into that. Let's see if it's a portal. This kind of looks like it could have been like a marked off to for some kind of construction, some maintenance project here. This could pass as being more it's going to be utilized for something rather than just exist as art, I think. He likes to use his vinyl tape. I want some vinyl tape. I don't know what I'd use it for, but I'd definitely use it. Not that I have anything in mind. What city is this? The city within a city. This is Sesame Street. It's that episode of Ed, Edd and Eddy. Where they make the cardboard city. Ospedale psiquiátrico. Cuarto. This looks like it just belongs here. Like they have outside time for the patients. Again, a circle. A fairy circle for the mind. Wondrous. Truly the Europeans are human fairies. This looks like it needs writing on there. Looks like it's supposed to be there. That's a far shot. The framing kind of reminds me of like driving on the highway and seeing a graffiti tag. They're kind of set up in the same way, some of these. Or you could see it from the distance. Number 75. Driftwood placed in a former sailor's monument on the harbor jetty in Genova. Oh, it is Genova. What's the difference here? I think the browser is translating it, and maybe that's causing the discrepancy in the name. A former sailor's monument. I think we have a sailor's monument in New Jersey. At the pier. Harbor Jetty. Yeah, we have that shit. we have some jetties around here, you know. We tend to have jetties about. So he just placed the driftwood in there. This reminds me of I think in London they have the bridge tender's seat. It's like a little seat carved out of the brick where the guy who raised and lowered the bridge would sit on his off time. Kind of reminds me of that. Piazza Ferrari. Mamma mia, that's Italian. Pink paint on concrete traffic dividers. Ugh, why do they have all these bunched up here? It's not very aesthetic of them. Ugh. Makes me feel like I have a rash. It's triggering me in a certain way. Sort of a geometric nightmare. This is wrong. Even when you ignore the paint. I wonder if they're supposed to be like that. Maybe he moved them. Maybe that's part of the art. That would make me feel uncomfortable. Red and white paint on old army bunker. Project denied. Yeah, it's the army. I don't think the army will let you do art to them. They will punch you and call you a sissy. Oh. It's like I use my psychokinesis to flip the bricks in this spot. Not that I have psychokinesis. Just if I were to have the ability to do this, I might be tempted to do so. Some Harry Potter shit. That's how you get to Diagon Alley. What have we here? Helmau Zurich. Red and white. To match this. Now, what the hell? What the helly? Not sure. He said, why can't this object have the red and white as well? I'm not sure what this is, because I'm not from the area. Is it perhaps a police booth? A series of red and white wooden poles installed and abandoned. Well, there's only one. I want to see the rest of them. Red on green. That's gonna cause you to cause your brain to go into a state of arrest. Very contrasting colors. I guess this is another one in that series. I don't see the white poles anywhere, only the red. Damn, this place is beautiful. Look at this. Makes you want to travel, which I normally don't want to. I think I gotta go. I think I gotta go find these poles, man. Altdorf, Switzerland? The oversized red bench was sold to the city of Altdorf under the condition that it had to be installed at one of the 4 pre-selected sites in the mountains. It was to remain there for at least 2 years before returning to Altdorf. In the fall of '97, the city council decided to place Reality Hacking number 82 in this ski area for the winter season. In summer '99, the bench was moved to Lake Arni. And in 2001, the bench was returned to Altdorf and installed in front of the postal office. What the fuck? It's weird that some of these involve like the town. Damn, there's a lot of these. We're only at 90. Let's skip around. Soft targets. Soft targets? What makes them soft? Are they made of like foam? Why are they targets? Interesting. Are they shooting targets? I kind of like them. I like the little... They're like little symbols, kind of. Like little icons. Interesting. I think the idea may have been to take something you're supposed to shoot at and make versions of them so cute, small, cute, and colorful that you kind of don't want to destroy them. Maybe they're archery targets? Because I don't think they have... They don't got guns out there. Project denied. Red paint on Swiss Army obstacle course. Holy. It's almost like an album cover. Sponsored by Staples. Let's see if we can see titles that will catch our eye. There's one in US, in Nevada. Oh, there's more than one lost one. Project pending. We gotta get Nevada to agree to this. It's been 30 years. For Joe and Donna? Was this commissioned, perhaps? Looks like it's just a plan. Trinidad, Colorado. Wow. This is where I live. This is one of those eye test pictures. They have you look into this to test your eyes. The sky can be so beautiful. So it kind of looks like a shack. I don't think there's doors. Something about the sky out in the Midwest and whatnot. Project with faked meteorites in Death Valley. No photos because I dropped and broke my camera on the first day. Oh no. Damn. Death Valley. The hottest point on the whole world. A series of tents placed and abandoned in public places. Is this dock? Is this like a this is like a dock in like Pokemon? You'd surf out here, and then you could fish off of here and get Magikarp. Are there actual docks like this that are disconnected? I want to go. I want to go stand on one. There's something pleasing in my brain about docks and lakes and stuff like that. Water features. I can't fully explain it. Something pleasing. Maybe it's from like playing video games that my brain was wired in that way. What? This is like some Yoko Ono art installation. A cable with the switch, and the guys had to, the workers had to turn on the warning blinker during opening hours. That's pretty high concept. I don't know if I'm as intrigued by that as I am just stuff. In each tunnel under Zurich City Hall, manipulated traffic lights were installed. The lamps in the two tunnels were connected and blinked every night from 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. in a changing left-right pattern, as if the light could jump from tunnel to tunnel. Oh yeah. Okay, you can see it from out here. Okay, that's pretty cool. I thought this was originally gonna be like a a thing where you can't even see it. Like if a tree falls in the woods type beat. But you could actually see it, so that's pretty cool. I like this one. It's like a railroad crossing sign, but for the water. Okay. Let's take a look at these thumbnails. Wow, there really is a lot of them. What is this? Cattle Scrabble? Who are you? White letters painted on 65 cows. It's like alphabet soup. Ho. If you wait long enough, it'll they'll spell out curse words. Roswell, New Mexico, 1998. Mystery trap for the numerous UFO hunters in the region. We're gonna get their ass. Some of these come off as like trolling. Yeah, you could go see this stuff for yourself. Let's drop a link. You too can partake. Link in the description. Let's open a few and then finish up. We got pirate flags, Earth from space. Kyoto, Japan. You got Thing Japan here. He does this all over the world. You got chickens. Why are there chickens? Project pending. That's just as good as actually doing the project. If you make a picture of it. My music player crashed. That's pretty cool. That's kind of like an art installation when your music player crashes. It's like the same thing. Oh, I think it's this file. A certain file was making it stop working. That's weird. I think that's a reality hack. To be honest. Man, there's a lot of these. There's one in China. Alright, we have to finish up because I have to pee. Ti amo patata. Love comes. Horse. We gotta look at horse. Timeout 2018. We reach present day. We can look at the most recent one. Now, some of these are just... Oh, they're painted rocks. I see. Yo, The Mask starring Jim Carrey. Alright. Alright, let's take a look. Sleeping Snowman, white marble. Where is this place? Very interesting. Bowl made of plywood. Oh yeah. A never-ending, lifelong project. This reminds me of those wooden dogs that they set up in parks to keep geese away. I think they actually work. I always try to note if there's geese by them to see if they work, and I don't recall ever seeing them. Based on drawings made by kids. Pirate flags were custom made by a flag manufacturer. Conquered the city poles. And they looked like this. Tag yourself. I'm this guy. Ages 3 to 14. Huh. Ceiling lights at 6 transport elevators at the city hospital were removed and replaced with custom-made slide cases? The fuck? Earth as seen from a space shuttle? The patients were being moved in their beds, turned into astronauts. Fractals. Some of these kind of break out into their own thing. 8 buckets of water on temple entrance. I wonder if they looked at him weird when he was making this one. Series of concertos performed by the Ensemble for New Music Zurich to introduce the very best of cutting-edge new music to animals. Free-range chickens? Bro was on some shit. Like this. What does this have to do with reality hacking? I feel like he put certain projects in here, even though they weren't really part of the reality hacking. He just does so much crazy shit that he put some of them in here to show the world. Like this is just your sculptures, you know? I guess the scope of the project just turned into whatever he can do. It's like life. You start with a narrowly defined idea for what you want to do. And then at some point, you're just doing whatever the fuck. You know? Maybe I'm reading too much into it. Reality hacking. The son of Bungle in the Jungle and You Got the Love is in training to become the next champion. So, horse names. Alright, that ain't a fucking project. You just name some fucking horses. It's really like I said, you're just doing whatever the fuck. 2018 timeout. You would have thought it was 2020 when you took a break. Glazed ceramic. So what the hell? These are just your projects, man. I thought this was a rock out in the public that you painted. Yeah, that's reality hacking. Again, this is just your projects, bro. At this point, it's not reality hacking. Not that I'm one to criticize your art. At least you're doing something. That's life. The player has finished unexpectedly. Well, with that, I will leave my beloved audience. Yeah, that's just life, man. Maybe restarting my computer will fix that.